Welcome to the 12th and final segment of the My Farm to ECE mini webinar series. My name is Abby Harper. I'm the Farm to School Specialist at the MSU Center for Regional Food Systems, and I'm really thrilled to welcome Angela Lugo-Thomas from Keep Growing Detroit to lead today's webinar on engaging families in Farm to ECE. So while Farm to ECE can certainly thrive without family engagement, there are a lot of wonderful reasons that engaging families can help support your programming. Building programming in that engages families can help support our program success and sustainability, as it can ensure that there's additional motivation and support for sustaining Farm to ECE initiatives, particularly if you're in a small program where staff capacity is stretched pretty thin. Engaging families can be additional bodies that can help support and move activities and initiatives forward. Additionally, more and more research is showing that family involvement in early childhood is linked with positive outcomes for children and can support school readiness and later academic success. And finally, involving parents can help ensure that the healthy practices that you're encouraging at school can get translated into the home. Parents can then be a part of local food activities, and they can be creating similar changes in the home environment so that children get a more holistic approach to improved health. And also, building family engagement activities in can provide a new opportunity for helping parents and families to connect to local food access points in their communities, and thereby building those stronger community connections and helping them increase their access to healthy local foods. There are many different ways that you can engage families in your Farm to ECE efforts, and Angela will explore in depth some of the ways that they engage families. But just to give you some broad ideas of where families can fit into your Farm to ECE programming, you can feature local food at program events like family nights, program-wide celebrations, year-end celebrations. You can also include Farm to ECE in any parent newsletters that you might send out by including recipes with local foods or information on the foods that are featured in your program. You can build Farm to ECE into times that parents might already be at the center, which is a good way to educate them on what their children are doing while they're with you, which can look like conducting taste tests, some similar to what you might conduct with children. You can conduct them with parents during pickup. You could also engage them in being an integral part of your Farm to ECE team and planning, or as chaperones on local farm field trips. And then lastly, as Angela is going to go into more detail, you can engage them in building and maintaining on-site gardens. So with that, I'll pass it off to Angela, and she'll talk more about their strategies for engaging parents in on-site garden development. Take it away, Angela.
Great, thank you, Abby. You can hear me okay, correct?
Yep, you're all set.
Okay, perfect. Again, my name is Angela Lugo-Thomas, and I work with Keep Growing Detroit as a garden development specialist, and I have a specific focus on early childhood centers. I'm excited to be able to talk a little about the work that Keep Growing Detroit does, as well as share information and tips on engaging families. Thank you, Abby, and the MSU Center for Regional Food Systems for this opportunity. Well, Keep Growing Detroit, which we call KGD, supports community, family, and school gardens in Detroit, Highland Park, and Hamtramck. We have a program called the Garden Resource Program, or GRP, and through that program, we are able to support our littlest growers and do gardens in early childhood centers. By the end of last year, 2016, KGD supported over 30 garden spaces in early childhood. The GRP provides raised beds, containers, soil, compost, seeds, transplants, and other materials to build gardens. We also offer a lot of education classes that members in the community can attend to learn about all aspects of gardening, cooking, food preservation, different types of tours, and so much more. So why engage families? Young children watch what the adults around them do. Sometimes adults are not aware of what is available to them, even right in their own area. By engaging families, you can tell them about any garden programs in your area, as well as where they can get locally grown produce. When families are involved, it can inspire the child. and it can create a feeling of pride. So many times while building gardens, I have heard a child get excited to see their mommy or daddy helping. There have also been aunts and uncles, cousins, and grandparents, and even close friends of the families who come out to help to build the gardens. In order to have sustainable and successful gardens, families have to volunteer to help maintain them. As we know, the centers, you guys are really busy with other things that you have to do. Sometimes you're short staffed, so you really need to build a good support system to have a successful garden. One of the biggest goals of having gardens at early childhood centers is to hopefully improve eating habits at home, as well as to encourage families to start a garden at home. I think this is one of the most important pieces of family engagement. And most of the time, it is because of the excitement in the child that families start a garden at home. Many of your centers have parent engagement goals. You have requirements that they, have to volunteer a certain number of hours. That could be met through parents maintaining the garden space. I mentioned earlier that KGD does more than build gardens. We also do tours of our urban farm, which is right in the downtown Detroit area. These two pictures are from one of the tours where we showed the little ones, parents, and staff all of the things we were growing in the city. We gave them an opportunity to explore different senses. We did a bug hunt. We got their creative juices flowing with art, and even got to taste some of the produce that we grow. Many of them ate their first edible flower ever that day, nasturtiums. I always love when I can have the parent and child learning and working together. It is during these interactions that the most learning takes place, not just with the child, but with the parent as well. It also opens up an opportunity for dialogue with parents about center activities, student work, and general communication. It helps you to get to know the families better. Offering to teach a basic gardening class is another avenue to teach parents how to garden at home. Many centers are able to grow food for parents to take home, and parents and families look forward to the produce that is shared with them. Some parents try new vegetables just because it was available to them through the center garden. Involving families from the very beginning when starting a garden program is very crucial. Having their buy-in and support is going to make a difference. They can help design the garden area, figure out what to grow, water the garden, weed, and harvest. In these pictures, families came to help build garden beds. Having a garden-specific newsletter that centers can share with parents also keeps them engaged and informed. Make it short and simple. Focus on what is happening with the garden season. Give specific information, a tip section, and end with a simple yet tasty recipe that a young child could do with a parent or family member. And this is an example of one of the newsletters that we did for April of this year. So as you try to engage families, you may face some of the challenges listed or others. Do not get discouraged. We are all busy, and asking families to make time to care for a garden could be a challenge. So I recommend that you try to catch families during times they are already at the center for something. If families do not know how to garden, offer to teach a basic garden class or find classes given in your area, or provide online resources like YouTube that they can use to learn. There are so many resources out there that they can gain the knowledge from. Also, you may even have some families who are knowledgeable in your center and willing to teach others. Some people view gardening as dirty or sweaty. They think they don't want to get their clothes messed up, but if they see you engaged and digging in the dirt and getting a little sweaty, they're more likely to get involved. So modeling the behaviors that you want them to do is a perfect way to get them to do it. So overall, the family response to gardens at centers has been positive, mainly because their child is excited about gardening and what they grew. Trying new foods, discovering that gardening is not as hard as they thought, Having a positive impact on family and child interactions, as well as using gardens to involve more parents as centers, is why family engagement is important. Some of the takeaway tips: use your parent meetings to talk about the garden and to get volunteers. Offer to teach basic gardening and give resources of local places to learn more, as well as websites to go to for more information. Plan garden work and activities along with center activities so that you bring the families to the center during drop-off time, pickup time, maybe during center meetings and workshops. Those are the times that you will probably have the most success getting a larger number of people to help with the garden space. So again, I want to thank thank Abby for this opportunity, and I hope that you will have success in engaging your families in your garden spaces.